Hi everyone, good morning. I hope you're doing well. This video is going to be about my Kindle and why I love it so much. I never thought I'd like to have an e-reader because I loved the way that paper felt when I was reading. I loved to see the progress that I was doing. But then I saw the Kindle on so many social media and told myself that whenever this was going to be on sale, I was going to snag one. And first thing I know, it was Prime Day and I got it, and it's been 6 months and I think I've never read as much as I did in the past 6 months. I have the Paperwhite signature edition. The signature edition has more storage, so 32 gig of storage. There is no ads because I know that some Kindle have ads. It also has clear and crisp display. I also know that there is the basic Kindle, and I feel like if you don't plan on going to the beach or reading in your bath, the basic Kindle would be perfect. It's less expensive. It's just that I'm really clumsy. I've spilled wine in my MacBook once, and I also dropped a camera in my sink that was full of water. So obviously for me, waterproof was something really important. Another thing about this Paperwhite edition that is different from the basic Kindle is that it's flush, so there's no bezel around it compared to the basic Kindle. But I think it could be nice because sometimes I hold it and I flip the pages without wanting to flip the pages. I'm debating on getting the basic one just because it's smaller, so when I go to the office I can carry it in my purse, because this one is very light, very small, but the basic is even smaller. What I love about Kindle and any e-reader for the matter of fact is that you can bring it with you anywhere. Some books are really thick and it's harder to bring anywhere. This, you can throw it in your purse and you're good to go. You can also change the font. I'm getting old, I feel like, and I like my font to be bigger than what it usually is in a paperback book. You can also customize the lighting brightness, but it also has auto brightness, which means that wherever you are, it adjusts to the light so that it's easier on your eyes. Some people like the dark mode where it's black and the writing is lighter, and that is also available. It makes it really customizable to the way you want to read your book, which I feel like is one of the main key thing about e-reader. Obviously, if you go to a bookstore, you know how expensive books can be, but when you buy ebook format, it's a little bit less expensive. I do miss the experience of going to the bookstore and miss the experience of buying physical books, but I save so much money by downloading ebooks from Amazon. You can even sync it with your phone. You can have many devices and it all syncs together. That's one thing that is really cool, and it makes it really less expensive to be a book girl. Currently, I'm reading A Court of Mist and Fury. It's the second book from this series and I love it so much. I think it's a book that you want to keep reading whenever you have time, and that's one thing that I love about my e-reader also, is that instead of just scrolling through my social media now when I have time, since it's so light and portable, I can just take my book out and read a few pages. Now, speaking of reading a few pages, one other thing that is amazing for reading progress is that you have down here the number of minutes based on your reading speed for each chapters. So whenever you finish a chapter, you know the next chapter is going to be X amount of minutes, and most of the time I'm like, let's throw in another 10 minutes. That's nothing, and that way I get so much more progress in a book compared to a physical book. You can also have the percentage of the book completion and the entire time it's going to take you to read that book. If you don't know Goodread, it's an app where you can sync all of the book that you want to read and the book that you're currently reading. So I'm currently reading A Court of Mist and Fury, and I can put in my progress. You can have your list of to be read. I used to write them down in my iPhone and have like 50 notes of books that I want to read and end up never reading any of them. And I feel that Goodread is a great resource to track your progress and know what you've read, what you want to read next. Let's talk about the books that I've read in the past few months that I've loved. First series that I really love and I highly recommend is Flock by Kate Stewart. This was so good. It's the kind of book that you cannot put down. I also loved Fort Wing. If you've been living under a rock, you haven't heard of Fort Wing, you actually need to read this because the next book is coming in November and I cannot wait to read the follow-up of that story. And finally, for the book that I love this year, I have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. That book made me really think because I feel like it's a metaphor for people who wants to have more in life and are not happy with the life that they're living. So yeah, that book is thought-provoking, I feel, if you can see the second level of reading, and I really enjoyed that. For this fall, what I'm planning on reading is, I obviously want to keep on reading A Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I'm at book 2 and going through these as fast as I can. I want to read another book from Kate Stewart that is Dominic's story that is called Last Rain Days. I'm gonna insert it here anyway. I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing these names properly. I have 80 books on my to be read list and so many screenshots in my phone that I need to get through and add to my want to read list. Haunting Adeline from H.G. Carlton, What Happened After Midnight by K.L. Walter, Love Light Farms, The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I'm really into my fantastic fiction right now because I feel like fall is the perfect time to read these kind of books, and I also listen to a lot of non-fiction books when I take walks and when I commute to go to the office. Let me know what your to be read list is for this fall. I'm always looking for a recommendation. I kind of told you the type of books that I love to read, but I feel like I read various type of book. I want to know what is your favorite book this year so far. I'm gonna add this to my goodread as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like because it really supports my channel and helps me as a content creator. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to know more about my reading. I love you guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye.